Hi guys, my name's Tony Evans and I'm a teacher librarian here at Lakeside High School in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
My name is Caitlin Price and I'm also a teacher librarian here at Lakeside High School.
And so we've been toying with this idea of actually creating a vlog because both of us have had blogs for more than a year now. And, just as a way to share in a different format some of the things either that we're experiencing through the course of the week or challenges that we have, celebrations. We just thought this might be a different way to share that with all of you. And I don't know what the viewership is like on YouTube, but I haven't seen many library vlogs. So here we go. We're just going to try to start sharing the things that we've done to get back in focus. That's kind of our topic for this first vlog. And I guess we can just take turns. The first one that I wanted to share, one of the things that I struggle with as a teacher librarian, just because of the nature of the job, is keeping up with all of the YA fiction that's coming out. And we use, of course, Follett, Tidal Wave, but then we also subscribe to Junior Library Guild. So we have a lot of books that are coming in, kids making requests, but I mean, probably, maybe this is something you can share in the comments below. How do you balance that when you're expected to do technology, you're running a facility, you're in some cases overseeing and supervising assistants that work with you, and then student helpers.
Meeting with teachers, collaborating with teachers.
Yeah, and then somehow you're supposed to take all these, 30 or 40, 50 new books a month, whatever you're bringing into your library, and really have a good idea. I mean, if you don't know your inventory, how can you sell it to the kids and present it to them so that they're going to want to take those items and be consumers of them and read them, and so that's my big goal, is to read and preview more books, and I'll probably try to do a blog article about this through the course of this semester, some of the ways that we've done that. But we've actually been handling every book that comes in this year, starting back in July in the summer. And we shared a Google Doc with each other, and we've been typing the title of the book, the call number, and this is not just fiction, but it's also nonfiction. And then we've been using your new genreification, where they go, in which genre, and then a little blurb about the book. And then if we can, I try to read, maybe the first chapter. Mm-hmm. I can't always do that. And that's really helped me. I don't know, what impact has that had on you?
I think it's been a good change since last year. It was just hit and miss last year with trying to get genreification done and then getting so many books in and trying to get them genreified that we didn't always get our hands on them. And so I think it's been a benefit for me. I've seen, it's a lot of books. It's still a lot to see. Some of the ones that you look at, I don't always get my hands on. And so it's still a lot. But I think it's really helping. And even if we can't remember them all, it's still more than we were.
Oh,
so
I
think it's definitely benefiting us and the students, really. And so to piggyback off of that, my first one, I think, another thing that we started this year was the book notes. And I want to, that's another goal for me, because I have really enjoyed that. And so one thing that we've done is, just as we are looking at those books, if a student comes to mind and we think that they would really enjoy it based on their interests and likes, we'll just throw a little sticky note on it and say, thought of you as I was reading this book, check it out, let me know what you think. And that's really struck a chord, I think, with some students, just that we've noticed them and we've taken interest in their interest, in their literary interest too. And so that was one of my goals. I just want to keep doing that and push past the students that we've done it for so far, and really, pull more of our students, that we, as many as we can. I think
I could talk about that for a long time.
I know.
And maybe that needs to be the focus of one of these, and then our own blog post. But do you remember the kid that came in from a class, in between classes, after we had started those book notes? And I wrote a blog post about this just a few weeks ago, back in it was November, I think, or 1st of December. But this kid came in, and was a football player,
Yep.
and he kind of secretly came in.
Yeah.
Teacher let him out of class. And how did that go?
So he came in and he said, "So I've heard that y'all are recommending books for students," and so I was immediately like, "Oh, they're talking,
Somebody
and
was talking about
so
it.
this is a student that isn't usually in here, and I didn't know that he enjoyed reading necessarily, and he was like, well, I would really like for you to find a book for me. And we talked about his interests, and of course he loved football, but he also loved like war and battle and action, and so we were able to find him a book, and it was he was just kind of like looking around like, hopefully no one saw me. And so I was really glad that he had the guts to come ask.
Yeah.
And it wasn't when we have 100 students in here at lunch that he came on his own time, and that was okay. And so that was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's been a really big success, and it shows kids that we care about them more than just them coming in and saying hello. They know we're thinking about them. We're listening to what they're interested in. And then in addition, that Google Doc that I mentioned, we've shared that with teachers, but we've also shared it with students, our avid readers. And just today, we had a student come in that had scrolled, it's January, and this kid had scrolled all the way back through to July and found a book he was interested in. So, we were beginning to kind of question ourselves, was it really wise to go to all this trouble of handling every book and entering this info in? But that one kid coming in and asking for a book from so many months ago made it all worthwhile. Yeah. So I know that we did the right thing with that. So
and we have another student that's always in our book clubs that also follows that list, and we haven't shared it with everyone. So even just that it's reached, the few that it has and that they're using it, I think it makes it worth it.
So maybe we can tie in and share that with more students. As we're both reading and previewing more books, we can find ways to share those with our students. Okay, I guess we can transition to new collaborations. We've had a really successful run with collaborations over the last, about 8 years now. And truthfully, I think one of the things that I always try to remember is that if I get comfortable, I'm probably going to get complacent. So we've had a change in some of our faculty, and we hated to see some of these folks go that we've worked with for many years. But the exciting part of that, as new people have come in, it's given us the opportunity to look at new books and do away with some of the collaborations that were still very good. But I think just to get away from something familiar and bring in something new.
Yeah.
So it's been really exciting to actually look at new books and try to find ways to immerse students in the content, the way we have with others for many years. So the other part of that is just getting to go to see new teachers in science. I talked with a science teacher this week, and we're looking at trying to bring The Martian to life for their chemistry students. And that's a new one because we haven't really done anything totally with science, over the last several years since I've been here, and I'm really looking forward to that. And we found the young adult version of The Martian, and they're reading it one day a week. So what we're going to do is convert. We're talking about that right now in planning, so hopefully I can write about that whenever it comes to pass. But actually making the library look something like the structure that he was in on Mars, and the teachers are working on having some labs that they can do, but then we're also wanting to bring in some virtual reality. So really excited about that. Maybe you wanted to talk about some of the new collaborations you're working on?
Yeah, well, I was just going to, say that with the new faculty coming in and the things that we've done, we made a chart of conference periods, and we're
brilliant to do that.
We're able to, meet with them on their conference periods and just check on them for just a couple of minutes and see how curriculum's going, or, technology, or really anything. Just gives us a chance to get to know them even better. And, we don't always... we can't do that daily. It's,
no.
It's a special, it really is. It's something that I really enjoy doing, and just getting to check on them and seeing if there's something new they want to try or something they need help with. That came about this year. I did that, the grammar workshop with a
Yeah.
teacher and that just developed over a 10-minute conversation. She was frustrated with one class period. They were struggling just with writing and grammar. And I just pitched. I was like, hey, let us help. And we've never done that before. And it was one period, one day. And I got to pull in some senior level AP students, and they helped teach. And so
Awesome.
that was a lot of fun. And like I said, it just came from a quick conversation, and I could see that she needed help. And so I just would encourage you to make the time I know that it's hard because we're running and going all the time, but to just make that time available, because it's worth it.
Yeah.
I really think it is.
Oh, and I'm convinced that if we continue doing that, there's going to be more good come from that. And then when you have those collaborations, make sure. I mean, I've got to get on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram if I can remember to do all three, and share about a collaboration that we've had going for the last couple of days, and do a shout out to those teachers for taking that time to create and come into the library and do something with their kids. And generally what happens is when we post that, other teachers see it and they might ask us about it. But that's led to a couple of collaborations last fall, like with our business teacher, Mrs. Robinson, that came in and did a Breakout EDU. So you just never know how that social media advertisement may drum up some more business and some more exciting collaborations, regardless of your grade level. Okay, well, moving on. One of the other things that I want to do this year is visit with our administrators more. We mentioned visiting with teachers, but visiting with administrators, because right now our administrators are really working hard to get into classrooms and make those observations. So they may see some things that we could help certain teachers with,
Right.
Some opportunities. While we might not want to just jump in that teacher's classroom and say, by the way, I heard you may need help with this. No, but we may be able to listen, and they may identify those needs, and we may be able to say, hey, well, we have these resources, or have you thought about this? And while every teacher may not jump in,
right away
and agree to collaborate or work with us, one or two might. And of course, I learn from those teachers, and hopefully they learn some things from us. We learn from each other, but the ones that really are the winners are the students. So because when we come together and learn from each other, we get better for kids.
for sure.
So that's one of the things that I want to do. We've already kind of talked about visiting with teachers. That was one of our other goals. And then the fifth one is creating a vlog and or a podcast. So maybe let us know in the comments below if you like this, and if you think it would be good as a podcast, because I think it would be very easy to have a video version of this and then convert an MP3 and figure out the best way to deliver that through a podcast.
Yeah. I love to share and to get feedback, and
me
really
too.
it's a time for us to reflect too.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
I am too, and I know we're all better together. So if you have suggestions on things that we've talked about, maybe that you've done, maybe you could indicate that or email us and let us know if you see something that we may be able to take to the next level, because we're all trying to get better for those that we serve here. All right, I guess we can finish up with an exciting maker project that's happening. So Caitlin really did a great job last school year, of developing our maker space, and bought some new things like Makey and name some of the
The
other things you
ollies
like.
and the
ollies.
microbots and
Yes.
the what are those called? Those little bits, circuit kits.
Microbits.
Microbits.
I think, yeah. There's so many things back there. So it's hard to keep up with them all. But we had a couple of social studies teachers that came in talking about wanting to give their students voice and choice in a Industrial Revolution project. So they've got to pick a topic. And 2 days ago, we spent all period, every period, we were presenting these maker tools so that the students could see, that they can use all of these tools, or in combination or individually, including the green screen and whatever they may want to do. And if they have Minecraft at home, the teachers are saying, yes, bring Minecraft and create within that environment. So I'm really excited that their students are going to have voice and choice. And then maybe you wanted to talk about the other, and I just lost my notes, so let me bring them back up here.
Are we on Julia?
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. That's really gone well the last couple of days.
Yeah, so we've also had a collaboration with the ninth grade English teachers, and it's the first time we've done Romeo and Juliet, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we usually do a Shakespeare festival, and we'll do that again with 10th grade.
Different grade, yeah.
But this is ninth grade, strictly Romeo and Juliet, and it's just all about their different stations, just all about love. And one of our English teachers actually wrote a rap and performed it, and that's one of the stations. And the kids are loving it. I mean, it's absolutely corny and silly, but it's so great, and they love it. And they have a sheet that they're using at each station, and they have to put the order of events together based on her rap. And so it's a preview into the story, because they haven't read it yet. And so each station, they have videos on the bubonic plague and matching and all of that stuff. So it's going really well. The students really kind of lead themselves through it. The teachers did a lot of this one. It was sort of collaboration. I know Mr. Burrell worked a lot on
one of our assistants.
Yeah, he's the one that recorded the rap and put it together for her, put it to music, and so it's been a really cool thing to watch.
So it'll be interesting to see, how the students respond to that, and I'm sure they will want, more in the future. So I guess that kind of wraps things up. We've gone through a lot of things and probably spent close to about 15 minutes here, just sharing and reflecting. So again, add to the comments below if you have questions or comments or things that you've done, through the different pieces that we shared, just getting back in focus. How do you get back in focus when you come back after a long break? Share your knowledge, because we'll all benefit from it. And if you like this, make sure to, again, like or subscribe, and we'll keep this going, maybe every week, but for sure at least a couple of times a month, because there's always things to share, celebrations, challenges, and maybe sometimes we'll have questions that we can all figure out together.
For sure. And we'll share the links to our blogs as well.
Absolutely.
And then we'll be putting the links to the vlogs on our blogs.
Yeah.
So there will be a way to get to anything.
All right. Well, we hope that you guys have a great rest of the semester. My name's Tony Evans again.
Caitlin Price.
We're the Library Guys, and we hope that you have a wonderful weekend.